Just observing where the breath goes, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, maybe tucking the chin in a little bit to lengthen the back of the spine, and just start to breathe, coming into this present moment. And take your time to set the intention for the practice, whether it be to honor your body or to honor someone else or to dedicate the practice to something, but just take this time to set that intention. I'm going to bring the hands to heart center to seal the intention. And then release the hands down to either side. Inhale, left arm up, right hand comes down onto the floor. Look underneath that left armpit, pushing that left sit bone into the ground, reaching long through those left fingertips. And exhale, drop it, switch sides. Bring the left hand down, right hand comes up to the sky. Looking underneath that right armpit, the right sit bone on the floor. Lengthening through that right side. And then release. And now roll forward onto your hands and knees. And we're going to start with some cat cows. So on your next inhale, drop the chest, arch the spine, look up, lengthening as much as you can through the front side of the body. And exhale, push down through the hands, pushing the shoulder blades apart from each other, trying to make as much space as possible. Chin to chest. Inhale, look up, lengthening through the front side of the body. Exhale, contract, chin to chest, making as much space between the shoulder blades as you can. And then just start to go back and forth here, just getting in tune with your breath. Aligning the breath with the movement. Maybe you start to make it a little bit more organic, start to move around, moving the body in whichever direction feels good for you. But wherever you're at, just synchronizing with the breath. Articulating the spine as much as possible. And then come to a neutral spine, sit back onto your heels. Forehead on the floor for a child's pose. Knees nice and open. Sitting that weight back onto the heels, pressing down through the hands, the fingertips, the palms. Engaging those arms. Breathing into that lower back. Massaging your third eye onto the floor. And just know throughout the practice, whenever you want, you can take this pose. And then on your next inhale, claw yourself up back to that tabletop. And inhale the right arm up, left leg shoots straight back. Flex that left foot and engage those fingertips like someone's pulling you apart. Squeezing the core to keep you stable. Taking long, deep breaths. And then bring the right hand down, left knee down. Inhale the left arm up, right leg shoots back. Every inhale, lengthen the body a little bit more, contracting every muscle in your body, while keeping the breath nice and steady. Flexing that back foot like someone's ripping you apart, pulling you from your fingertips and your heels. And then drop it down. Inhale the right arm up again. Left leg shoots back. Extend a little bit, and then on your exhale, round the back, bring the knee to the elbow. Rounding as much as you can through the back, squeezing your core, exhaling all the air. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. Come back down to the tabletop. Now inhale the left arm up, right leg shoots straight back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. And inhale, lengthen. And exhale, contract. Squeezing out all that air. And then bring the hands back down. Tuck the toes underneath and lift the hips back and up into the sky. Your feet should be hip distance apart, looking towards your belly button or behind you. Start to pump the heels towards the ground, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, pushing into every part of your hands, so the finger pads, every part of the fingers, the palms, underneath the knuckles, dropping one heel at a time to the floor, inwardly rotating the thighs, breathing deep, and then inhale, shift forward to a high plank. Breathe here, squeeze your abs, try to make as much space between the shoulder blades as you can, activating everything for 5, keep holding, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Untuck the feet. Press the tops of the feet and the thighs into the floor. Bring your chin up so you're looking forward. Now engage all your back muscles and peel your chest up off the floor until as high as you can. Lift the hands up off the floor. Squeezing your back muscles, pushing the tops of the legs into the floor. And then exhale back down. Now inhale, come up a little bit higher. Still keeping the hips on the floor. But this time so the curve is in the middle of your spine. Lengthening through the neck, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, keeping the elbows tucked in. Exhale down. Take a deep breath. And then inhale, come all the way up. Engaging the shoulder blades together, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, keeping the elbows tucked in tight. Lengthening through the body. And then exhale down. On your next inhale, come all the way up. So the only part of your body on the floor is the tops of your feet. So the thighs, the shins are levitating right above the floor. Try to bring your hips as close to your hands as possible, and then roll your shoulders down and back to open up your heart towards the sky. Maybe your head falls back. Take a deep breath. And then on your next exhale, push it back to downward dog. And now slowly jog it forward till your feet are in between your hands. Take a forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and start to hang. Swing from side to side. Let the head hang heavy. Maybe you shift your weight forward a little bit so the hips are directly over the heels. Breathing deep. And then inhale, flat back, look forward, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fall forward, release the hands. Inhale, flat back. So lengthening all the way from the crown of the head to the sacrum. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, bring arms up overhead, looking at the thumbs. And exhale, hands down to heart center, and bring them to the sides. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Feel the breath massage your internal organs. And then on the next inhale, arms straight up overhead. Exhale, fold over. Starting with some sun salutations. Inhale, flat back, plant the hands. Step or hop it back to a high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees 2 inches above the floor, look between your hands. Walk or hop forward in between your hands. So you're in a forward fold, exhale, fold down. So you can shift that weight forward, right to the point where you're about to fall over to really put the hips on top of the heels. And then inhale, flat back, exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come all the way up, gazing at the thumbs. Exhale, bring the hands in. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, shoot it back or step it back. Lower down. High push-up, low push-up. The up dog to the downward dog. For 5 deep breaths. So try to make the inhale as deep as possible. Try to lengthen out that exhale. Breathing deep. Looking towards the belly button or the back of the room. Inwardly rotating the thighs, pushing down the hands into the floor. 3 more breaths. Inhale the right leg straight up to the air. And start to draw little circles on the back of the room with that leg. Keeping the body in a straight line. Switch circles. And then drop that hip open, spinning that right hip on top of the left, pointing the knee towards the sky, foot towards the ground. Looking in between your hands, trying to square that chest to the ground. Start to make circles on the sky in one direction. Greasing up that hip. And then change direction. And then inhale back up to 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring it to the right elbow. Squeeze the body. Engage the core. Push down. Inhale back up to 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring it to the left elbow. Twist the body like you're wringing out a washcloth. Inhale back up. Exhale, bring it to the nose as close as possible. Squeeze it. Inhale back up. Exhale, step it through. Bring that left knee down. Bring the hand onto the floor. Cupcake the fingertips. Look up. Open up the heart. Breathe. And then walk the hands on top of that right knee. And start to push that chest back, keeping the heart open. The shoulders relaxed and away from the ears. Maybe let the head fall back, pushing into that back foot. Now we inhale, arms up overhead, gazing at the hands. And exhale, come down. Send it back to three-legged plank. Shift the weight forward. And then slowly lower down. Inhale, come up. Upward dog. Exhale, down dog. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale the left leg up. Breathing deep. Start to make circles on the back of the room with that foot. Engaging the core. Pushing down strong through the hands. Switch directions with the circles. And then drop that hip open, stacking the left hip on top of the right, looking in between your hands to square that chest down to the ground. And then start to make circles in the sky with that knee. Twisting the body. Breathing deep. And then change direction. And then inhale back up to a three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it to the left elbow. Squeeze the core. Your core should carry you through this entire movement. Inhale, back up to three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it to the right elbow. Twist the body like you're wringing out a washcloth. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bring it to the nose as close as you can. Squeeze it. And then send it through. Keeping the fingers cupcake on the mat. Inhale, raise the heart up to the sky, look up. Breathing deep. On the next inhale, bring your hands up to that knee. And then keeping your shoulder blades tucked together, open up that heart. Start pushing yourself back. Pushing that back foot into the floor. And then inhale, both arms up overhead. And then exhale, planking down. Send that left leg up and back to three-legged plank. Shift the weight forward and lower down. Come up to an up dog or cobra. To a down dog. Start to pump the heels out here once again. And then just come to a stationary position, down dog. Activating every part of your body, pushing the hands strong into the floor. And then drop the knees to 2 inches above the floor. Look between your hands. Step or hop forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, chair pose. Bringing the feet and the knees to touch. Squeezing them together. Make sure you can see your toes. Open up the heart towards the sky, lengthening through the hands. Look up in between those hands. Breathing deep. Maybe you get a little bit lower. Maybe you tuck that tailbone in, squeeze the abs. And then bring the hands down, heart center. Twist to the left side. Bring the right elbow on the outside of that left knee. And then open up the arms if you want. Or keep the hands in prayer. Either way, looking up and past that left shoulder, twisting the body. Breathing deep. Every inhale, you lengthen the spine. Every exhale, get a little bit deeper to that twist. And then inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center, twist to the right. Left elbow comes on the outside of that right knee. Twist yourself open. Maybe you open up the arms here. Breathing deep. Gazing up at the sky. Feeling that deep, deep twist. And then inhale, come back up to center. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, walk the feet out to about hip distance apart. Grab the big toes with your peace finger if you can. If not, just grab onto the shins. Inhale, lengthen the back, engaging everything, pull the shoulders away from you, engaging the shoulder base, squeeze the abs, shift the weight forward a little bit so the hips are directly over the heels, as much as you can. And then exhale, pull the crown of the head into the floor. Opening up the arms, really making an active stretch, breathing as deep as possible. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold even deeper, pulling yourself in. And then release the hands. Inhale, flat back. Shoot it back to high plank. And then lower down to up dog. Down dog. Inhale the right foot forward. Step it as close forward as you can. Bring that left heel down into the ground. Inhale, come up, warrior one. Back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Your front foot is facing forward. The knee is going directly over those toes. Looking up at the thumbs, breathe deep. On your next exhale, drop the hands, send that right foot back. Chaturanga to lower down, up dog to down dog. Right away, next inhale, bring the left foot forward, right heel comes onto the floor. Inhale, come up. Gazing at the thumbs. Bringing that right hip forward, left hip back. And then exhale, bring hands down, send back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down. Shift the weight forward to a plank. Lower down. Bring the hands to a little pillow here and just look to one side. And just breathe. Feeling the body rise and fall with the breath. And then the next inhale, bring the hands directly under the shoulders. Inhale. Engage all the back muscles. Lift the chest up off the floor. Cover the hands. Squeeze. Pushing the tops of the legs into the floor. And exhale down. Make a pillow. Face the other direction. Breathing deep. And then bring both hands underneath you, palms facing down, underneath the tops of the thighs. Looking forward so the chin is on the floor. Inhale, bring the right leg up to the sky. Breathe. And exhale, drop it. Inhale, bring the left leg up to the sky. And exhale, drop it. Bend the knees, grab onto the ankles or the feet, wherever you can. Trying to bring the knees as close as you can together. Same mechanism, engage all the back muscles. Squeeze, push into those hands, and lift yourself up off the ground, or both. Maybe you start to rock back and forth, massaging the internal organs. And then exhale. Let the feet fall from side to side. And then bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Plant the feet down, and next exhale, come up to a plank. And then to a downward dog. Breathe for 5. 4. 3. 2. Inhale the right leg forward. Bring that left heel down, but this time the left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Right foot is forward. The closer you get that front thigh to parallel to the floor, the better it is. Bring both arms up, shooting out in both directions. Broadening through the collarbones. Make sure that the shoulders are directly over the hips, so if you're a little bit forward, reach back a little bit. Gazing over that right middle finger. Just breathe. Push that knee out and to the right side. Stretching the hips apart and open from each other. Breathing as deep as possible. On your next inhale, flip that front palm and reverse it for a peaceful warrior. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring that right elbow to the right knee and send that left arm directly overhead for a side angle. You can either keep the right elbow on the right knee or bring that hand down. Up to you, whichever one. Try to make a straight line from the fingertips to the outside of that heel. And then inhale, come back up. Flip that front palm again, reverse it. Inhale, come back up. Side angle once again. Breathing deep. Inhale, come back up. And cartwheel the hands down. Bring that right leg up and back. Lower down. Inhale, come up. Exhale it down lower. Breathing deep. On your next inhale, bring the left leg forward. Right heel comes down. Right foot parallel to the back of the mat. Opening up the hips in 2 directions. Lengthening through the arms, broadening the collarbones. Shooting energy out of the fingertips. Looking over that left middle finger. Bending strong to that front knee. Pushing it out to the left side. And on your next inhale, flip that front palm. Reach up and back and reverse it. And then on the next inhale, come up, exhale, bring the left elbow to the knee, right arm extends directly overhead. Try to make one straight line, all the way from the right fingertips to that right outside of the foot. Maybe you drop that left hand to the floor. And then inhale, come back up. Breathe. Flip that front palm and reverse.
So, Danny, I messed up. It's supposed to be 10 o'clock. For some reason, I thought it was 9.
Yeah.
So, can you go a little bit longer?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Hey, guys, I'm so sorry. I messed up. I thought it was 9 o'clock today. So, Danny's going to keep going for a little while when you guys are logging in. All right, guys? I'm sorry. All right? Danny got you guys. All right? Good.
All right, let's keep flowing. Stay in that warrior two. Flip that front palm again, reverse. And then exhale, sliding. Extending that right side of the body all the way. And then inhale, come back up. So go a little low, and then exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Send that left foot up and back, shift forward, and go down. Inhale, come up. And let's all sit back in a child's pose. So open the knees nice and wide, the big toes touching together, and walk the hands out in front of you. Pressing the fingers into the floor, almost like you're trying to claw yourself forward. Massaging the third eye into the floor. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. And then inhale, come up, bring the right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, thread it through underneath that left arm. So the right shoulder is on the floor, your right ear is on the floor. And then maybe start to walk that left hand over to the right a little bit. Breathing into that left side body. You have the option to stay here or take a little bind. Wrapping that left arm around. Rolling that shoulder up and back. And then release. Walk the hands over. Claw the fingers. Inhale the left arm straight up to the sky. And then exhale, thread it through. Bring the left shoulder and the left ear onto the floor. Maybe start to walk that right hand to the left a little bit. Breathing deep. And then maybe take a little bind here with that back hand. And this allows you to roll that right shoulder up and back even more. And release that right hand. Walk it forward. Come back to child's pose. Breathing deep. And then start to shift forward. Come down to lying down position on your stomach. Open the arms up to a T. Look to your left. Bring the left leg up. Bring it back so that left foot is on the floor. The knee is pointing towards the sky. Right there, you should feel a deep, deep twist. Now, staying here is perfectly fine. This is a lot. Or you can bring the left arm up and bring it behind you, opening up that chest to the sky. Maybe you interlace the fingers and just breathe. And then exhale, release. Arms back out to the side. Bring the left leg up and back. Bring the right foot onto the floor. Same thing, maybe this is enough for you. Or if you would like, you can bring that right hand up and over to grab onto that left. Wherever you are, breathing deep, staying in tune with that breath. And roll back to center. Bring the knees up, and again, just windshield wiper them from side to side. And then come back down to neutral. Bring the hands right underneath the shoulders. Inhale, come up, cobra. Opening up the heart towards the sky. And then exhale, come to the down dog. Inhale the right leg up, step it through. Pivot that left foot onto the back of the floor. Inhale, come up. We're going to come to a triangle. So the feet are a little bit closer than the warrior two. Front foot is facing forward, back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Or if your hips are kind of tight, you can shift the toes a little bit more forward to make it more of an angle. Wherever you are, engage both feet. Lengthen through both arms. Look over that right fingertips. And then start to reach forward, sending the hips back. As you do this, reach forward until you can't reach anymore. And then drop that right hand down, left arm up. Looking towards that left arm. Opening up the psoas. Feeling that deep, deep stretch. Gazing towards that left hand. And then inhale, come up. Shift your hips forward so maybe that foot turns in a little bit more. So your hips are squared forward. Start to bend down. And then bring that left hand down, right hand up. Wherever you are is perfectly okay. You can keep the knees bent. Maybe bring this left hand onto the shin. Wherever you are is okay. Looking up towards that right hand. And then release and come back up. Bend that front knee, cartwheel, hands down, send that right leg back and up. Shift forward. Take your little float. Exhale, down dog. Right away, inhale the left leg forward. Come up. Engage both feet again. Front foot is facing forward. The knees in line with that foot. The back foot is either parallel to the back of the mat or at a slight angle inward. Engage both legs. Extend the arms. Look out over the front fingertips. Reach, reach, reach. Send the hips back. And then when you can't anymore, bring that left hand down. Right arm. Looking up towards the right hand. Breathing into those hips. And then inhale, come up. Square the hips forward. Maybe the leg shifts in a little bit more. Squaring forward, and then start to lower down, leaning with your chest. Right hand out comes to the shin or to the floor. Stretch that left arm up to the sky. Breathe. Looking up towards that left hand. Lengthening through the spine. And the next exhale, release. Inhale, come up. Bend that front knee. Cartwheel the hands down. Send the left leg back. Come to an up dog. And then come to the down dog. Pressing the hands into the floor. Pedaling out the feet. Just breathe. Now we're going to inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bring it through. Plank the hands down, keeping that back knee off the ground. And then now engage your abs, squeeze your legs. Imagine there's a block in between your thighs and you're trying to bring your thighs together to squeeze the block. Inhale, come up. High lunge. Breathing deep, bend strong to that front knee. The back leg is straight. The back heel is off the ground. Breathing deep. And then open up to the right side. Left hand goes forward, right hand goes back. Looking back towards that right hand. And then on your next inhale, drop that right hand to the back of the left leg. Reach that left arm straight up to the sky. And then cartwheel hands down. Sweep that right arm back up into the sky. The back knee can either come onto the floor or keep it lifted. But wherever you are, just try to keep the spine straight all the way from the sacrum to the crown of the head. Shifting the weight forward into those front toes to open up that IT band. And then exhale, bring the hand down, step it back. Chaturanga, so up dog to down dog. Pull the heels up. Inhale, the left leg forward. Hands are on either side of the foot. Engage that back leg strong. Remember, like imagine there's a block between the two legs and you're trying to squeeze the block with both legs. And then inhale, come up. High lunge, looking in between the hands. Breathing deep. And then when you're ready, reach that right hand forward, left hand back. Opening up to the left side for a super deep twist. And then bring the left hand back to that right leg. Reach the right arm straight up into the air. Lengthening through that right side of the body. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Sweep that left arm back up into the sky. Open up your heart. Start to shift the weight forward into those front toes. So open up that T-band one. Breathe. Wherever you are, keep that integrity in the spine. So the knees down, that's fine. Just make sure you're keeping the spine in one strong straight line. And then exhale, drop the hand down. Send it back. Inhale, up dog. And then exhale, come to child's pose. Breathing deep. And then inhale, come up to downward dog. Step or hop forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Look at the hands. Grab onto the right wrist. Put the right foot on top of the left. And then reach up as much as you can. And then bend over to the left. Lengthening through that right side body. And then inhale back up. Switch feet. So left foot on top of the right. Grab that left wrist. And then reach up and over. Breathing deep. Inhale back to center and let the hands fall down by the side. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, following your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, send that right knee down, back. Inhale, look up. Breathing into that hip. Exhale, send the left foot back. Come forward. High plank, low plank. the up dog to the downward dog. Inhale, bring the right foot forward, bring the left knee down. This time, inhale, come up, bring the arms straight up overhead. Look in between those hands. Send that left hip forward, the right hip back, pressing strong into that front foot and pressing the whole bottom of that top foot into the floor. Bring the hands to heart center, twist to the right side, and bring the elbows on the outside, the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. For a deep lunge twist. You can either stay here or take that back knee off the ground. Maybe you open up the wings here. Wherever you are, just breathe. And then release. Come back, put the hands down, step that left foot forward, exhale, forward bend, inhale, flat back, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, follow the thumbs, exhale, bring the hands down, deep breath in, exhale, bring the hands to heart center, inhale, hands forward, up and back, exhale, fold forward, inhale, flat back, exhale, send that left foot back, left knee comes onto the floor, looking up, breathing strong into that hip, and then send the right foot back to meet the left in a high plank, lower down, inhale, come up, exhale, downward dog. Inhale the left knee, with the left foot forward, drop the right knee onto the ground, inhale both arms straight up, engaging the hips, trying to pull them apart, bring the hands down, heart center, twist to the left side, bring the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Looking up and back, you can either stay here or tuck that toe, the back toes under, lift that back knee. Breathing deep here, you open the arms up. And then release. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring it down, step that right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands down to the side. Deep breath in. And let it go. Another deep breath in. And let it go. Now we're going to do some balancing postures. So everyone, put the feet to hip distance and start to ground your feet. So really just feel every part of the bottom of your feet standing on the floor. And then now, engage that left leg strong, lengthen all the way, pick one point to look at, something that's not moving, and then bring the right foot either to the calf or to the inside of the thigh. Maybe bring the hands to heart center. Breathing deep. And then when you're ready, maybe you grow your tree. The key is to lengthen through that left leg. So push down strong. Breathing deep. And then release, but keep that knee in front of you. Now grab that ankle, and we're going to go to Shiva's dance. So the right ankle is in your right hand. Bring the left arm straight up alongside your ear. So don't let it go down, let it go up. Keep it right next to your ear. Grab onto that right ankle. And then start to kick into that foot. Pushing the knee down to the floor. Maybe this is enough. But then if you would like, you start to push into that foot. Reaching forward. And then release. Just a little balance in there. And then shake the legs out. Bring the left foot up, either to the calf or to the inside of the inner thigh. Breathing deep, picking that one point to look at, something that's not moving. Both hands to heart center. And then once you're ready, start to grow your tree up. Breathing deep. Keeping that single point of awareness. And then release the arms, bring the knee forward, grab onto that left ankle. Send that left knee down into the floor, reach the right arm straight up. Remember, pick that one spot to look at, and then start to kick into that hand. Maybe start to lean forward. And then release. Shake it up. Come back to the top of your mat if you're not there. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Plant the hands. Shoot it back or step it back to high plank. Bring it down. Inhale. Come to up dog. Exhale, take child's pose. Breathing deep. And then inhale, come up to a downward dog. Lift the right leg up into the sky and drop that knee open. Once again, and start to pump that bottom heel up and down off the floor. Really slow. And then when you're ready, flip it over. Extending the left foot, keeping that right knee bent. Inhale, push the hips up and towards the sky, reaching back with that right arm. So you're lengthening all the way from those right fingertips to that right knee. Pushing the hips up and towards the sky. And then look down between your hands. Inhale, bring that right leg back up. Send it to the top left corner of the mat. And then spin your body open and come to a shooting star. And then bring the left hand down. Start to walk that right knee behind the right hand and the right ankle behind the left wrist. Lengthening up through the spine first. Start to walk that left leg back a little bit. Lengthen up through the spine. And then start to walk your hands down. Keeping this bent foot flexed. So the right foot is flexed. Pushing down strong into those hands. Breathing deep. Everything that is making contact with the floor, push it into the floor. And just see how that feels. Just close your eyes and go inside. Breathing deep for 10. 9. 8. Breathing into that left hip. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And walk the hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, come up, open up, heart towards the sky. Tuck that back toes under, and just bring the knee up and down for a second here. Open up the hip again, and then send that right like that. Shift forward, come down, up dog, open up that heart, exhale down. Inhale, bring the left leg up and back, open up the hip, look between your hands. And then start to bring that left foot down, keeping the right leg extended as much as you can. Opening up the heart to the sky, rolling that left shoulder down and back, lengthening all the way from the left fingertips to that left knee. Look down between your hands. Inhale, bring the left leg back up. Exhale, bring it to the top right corner. And then spin yourself open for falling star. Opening up the heart towards the sky, so let that right shoulder drop down and back. Breathing deep. And then look down, bring that left knee behind the left wrist, that left ankle behind the right wrist, and then start to walk that right leg back a little bit more to open up the hips. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, start to walk your hands down, flexing that left foot. Breathing into that right hip for 10. 9. And see what happens if you just surrender to the posture. And just see what happens. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, come up, lengthen through the spine. And then tuck those back toes underneath, pump that knee up and down a couple times. And then bring it back. Flow through a little vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down. Inhale the right leg up. Send it through. But this time, bring it to the outside of that right hand. So we're in a super deep lizard lunge. So with the foot on the outside of the right hand, your right shoulder should be right next to your right knee. They should be pressing into each other. If this is too much, you can drop that back knee onto the floor. Just breathe here. Maybe you bring the elbows onto the floor. Just keep breathing. And keep trying to bring that right knee towards that right shoulder. Breathing as deep as possible. Feeling the hips open up. Lengthening through the spine. And then walk yourself back up. Walk the foot back into the center. And then start to shift your weight back, keeping the hands where they are to a half split. Flexing that extended foot, sitting back strong, breathing deep. And then shift your weight forward, tuck the back toes under, inhale, come up to a high lunge. And then let's get a little challenge in here, so start to shift your weight forward, bring the hands to heart center, and then take a little bit of a leap of faith and come up into warrior three. Keeping that back left leg flexed and extended for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the hands down. So you're in a standing split. Keep pushing that left leg high and up to the sky. And then bring that left knee to the outside of that right foot. So we're in a seated twist. So left knee on the outside of the right foot. Grab that knee into your chest strong. Try to put both sit bones on the floor. Put both arms out to a T. And then start to twist around to the right side. And you're twisting to the right side if your right knee is on top. So if you're following along, you're twisting to the right side. Every inhale, lengthening the spine. Every exhale, twisting a little bit more. And then release, take a little counter twist, so turn around to the left. Drop the head to the floor. And then come back up. Roll forward. Send the legs back, come to high plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. To down dog. Inhale the left leg up. And bring it to the outside of that left hand. The left shoulder is right next to that left knee. Keeping that back leg strong, or maybe bringing it down, wherever you're at. Maybe you come on down to your elbows to get a deeper stretch. Breathing deep. You can always drop that back knee down. Just keep breathing. And then drop that back knee down. Walk that left foot back into the center, placing both hands down, and then start to shift your weight back, flexing that left foot, keeping the hands where they are to get a super deep half split. Breathing deep. And then your next inhale, shift the weight forward and come up to a high lunge. Engaging both legs into the floor, keeping that back leg nice and strong. Bring the hands down the heart center, and then start to shift your weight forward and start to fly for warrior three. Taking that 1 point on the floor to look at, keeping that right foot flexed. And then drop the hands down, bring that right leg all the way up to the air to a standing split. And then exhale, bring that right knee on the outside of the left foot. Sitting down, arms out to the T, twist to the left side, bringing the right elbow on the outside of that left knee, left hand right behind the spine, and twist. Looking back behind you. Every inhale, lengthen the spine using that left hand. Every exhale, twist a little bit more. This is really good for your digestion, for your immune system. Twisting the whole spine. Getting out all those toxins. And then release. Roll forward, send it back for vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And either walk or hop it through. So the legs are extended out directly in front of you. Remove the flesh from underneath your sitting bones. So you should feel your sitting bones directly on the floor now. Put the hands right down next to the hips. If this is too much, you can bring the hands back down here. Open up the heart more. But if not, bring them right here. For a staff pose. Breathing deep, flexing the feet. And then inhale, bring the arms straight overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Inwardly rotating the legs. Breathing deep. And then release. Bring the left foot to the inside of that right thigh. Flexing that right foot strong. Start to shift yourself to square your sternum with that right foot. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold forward, leading with that chest. Try to bring your chest to your shin. Breathing deep. And then release. Switch legs. So lengthen up. Lining the sternum with the toes. And exhale forward. Following, leading the chest. And then inhale, come up, release. Open up the legs nice and wide for a full. So take out the flesh from underneath your sit bones once again. Flex both feet. Come to a nice, comfortable position, so not too wide. Inhale, lengthen through the back. Put the hands down on the floor. Open up the chest. And then start to walk your hands forward, looking out in front of you, keeping the heart up and open. Breathing deep, flexing both feet. Trying to bring the chest to the floor, keeping the shoulders relaxed and away from the ears, spine nice and long. Maybe with every exhale, you get a little bit deeper. And then walk the hands back up. And then either grab onto your shins or your big toes. And leading with your chest, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, start to fold forward. Flexing both feet. And then bring the hands back to center and start to walk yourself up. Grab onto the outsides of the thighs. Bring the feet to touch so you're in a nice big diamond shape. So you have a lot of space here. Grab onto the feet, and with the thumbs on the inside of the soles and the fingertips on the outsides of the feet, open up your feet like you're opening up a book. And by doing that, squeeze your shoulder blades together, pull your elbows in, open up the heart and the chest. Inhale. Exhale, start to fold forward, trying to bring the chest or the face to the feet. Breathing deep. Keeping in tune with that breath. And then inhale, come back up, release. Keep the legs straight out in front of you. Roll onto your back. Lift the legs straight up into the air. And then lift the hips up off the floor. And hold onto your lower back with your hands. The thumbs are facing out, not in. So your pinkies are along your spine. Try to bring your elbows as close as you can together. Allow you to lift up more. Press your chin into the base of your throat. This activates your thyroid gland, your parathyroid gland, which is really good for the immune system, for the endocrine system. Try to extend the pelvis, lifting up a little bit more. Breathing nice and deep. And then lower down slowly. Bring the feet as close as you can to the butt. Grab onto the ankles. Or just keep the hands on the floor. Palms facing down. And then inhale, come up, trying to keep the knees together. And arch through the spine. Same thing, pressing the chin into the base of the throat to activate the thyroid and parathyroid. Breathing in. Imagine you're trying to squeeze your knees together. Getting a super deep back bend, rolling the shoulders underneath you. And then release. But come to sitting on your hands. Your fingertips should be right on the top of the bottom of your thighs. Tuck your elbows in underneath you. Open up your heart and let the top of your head just barely touch the floor. Opening up the throat. Breathe deep here and feel how much your stomach can expand when you breathe in this position. So deep breath in, fill up the belly. Open the mouth, exhale. Deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. 2 more. Deep breath in. Open the mouth. Deep breath in. Exhale. And come to the laying down. Grab the outsides of the feet with the arms on the insides of the knee. And extend both legs. Or try to. Start rolling from side to side, massaging the spine. Or a happy baby pose. Maybe you extend one leg, bend the other. Just rolling around, giving your spine a nice massage. Untuck your tailbone to really lengthen the spine. And then squeeze your knees in. Give yourself a big, big hug. And then open up. Let the feet fall out to the sides, palms facing up. Relax. For Shavasana. Corpse pose. And the only thing that you have to do in this pose is relax. So I'm going to take you guys through a little guided meditation. You can either stay in Shavasana, which is corpse pose, just laying down, surrendering to gravity, or you can be in a comfortable seated position. So wherever you are, just close your eyes and start to tune into that breath. Feeling the energy running through your body a little bit differently than when we started. And we're just going to go through a little checklist. So as I say this, just repeat it to yourself in your mind. My feet are relaxing. My toes, my arches, my heels are relaxing. My ankles, my shins, my calves are relaxing. My knees, my quads, my hamstrings are relaxing. My hips, my abs, my lower back are all relaxing. My hands are relaxing. My fingers, my palms are relaxing. My wrists, my forearms are relaxing. My elbows, my biceps, my triceps are relaxing. My shoulders are relaxing. My chest is relaxing. My throat, my neck, my upper back is all relaxed. My jaw, my mouth, my nose is relaxing. My forehead is relaxing. See if you're holding any tension anywhere else. Just relax. Staying in tune with the breath. Breathing deep. Making the breath continuous like pouring oil. Taking note of that inner landscape. And start to bring your awareness to your lungs filling up with air. And very quickly your heart, transporting all that oxygen from your lungs to every single cell in your body. And it happens very fast, so just be calm and observe it. And bring that into your awareness. Breathing deep. Lift the right and left corners of your mouth and smile, because we're alive, doing yoga, living, and just relax, following the breath. And if you're not in Shavasana, start to make your way to Shavasana. So laying down on the floor, and just surrender. It's the only thing you have to do in this pose is relax. Slowly start to bring your awareness back to your breath. Deepening the inhale and releasing the exhale. Whatever thoughts may arise, just observe them. Allow them to be, but just be aware. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe start to move the heels, flexing the feet, pushing the lower back into the floor, reaching the arms up overhead. Take a big good morning stretch. And then roll onto your right side, using your right hand as a pillow, with your left hand on the floor. Just close your eyes. And when you're ready, come up to a seated position with your eyes closed. And just breathe. Take this time to seal your practice, recalling that intention that you set at the beginning and you settle. Breathing deep. And we're going to end this class with an Om from me to you, from the universe to all of us. Deep breath in. Bring the hands to heart center. Sealing the practice. Bring the hands up to the third eye, prayer position. The light within me honors and loves the light within you. Namaste. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing night, and an amazing life.